Welcome to our homestead. We spent the last seasons terracing our land, creating zones where we can grow our own food. Now it's the moment that we've been waiting for. It's spring, and we can finally begin our journey of planting and preparing our homestead for abundant seasons ahead. We also tested our water in this episode, and the results are not what we expected. It's the time that we've been waiting for so long, and today is the day that we start planting, ready to create food production on our homestead. So I have a very high-tech plan that I drew out, and so I'm going to begin with planting for the first small bamboo terrace, tomatoes, chili, another tomato with some basil around and lettuces with a border of flowers, and then zucchini and Swiss chard but at opposite ends, so there's enough space for the zucchini. And then next to it I'm going to create a bed of flowers for some pollinators. So I'm going to start all of that planting in the greenhouse. I'd really love to know what you guys are planting this year. If there's anything special or something that you're looking forward to planting, or also something that you think that we should plant here, obviously keeping in mind the climate. In our neighbour's house, they grow so many things, a lot of salads and chilies, artichokes, aubergine. A lot of those vegetables grow very well here.
As you can see, we still have very patchy grass outside the compost toilet. I'm going to level the ground with some soil and then throw some grass seeds and some compost.
This season I wanted to try some different varieties which I haven't grown before, so I'm going to plant this one into a pot and see how it does. Give it a try. Let's see if it comes. So all of the planting that I can do for now is finished behind me, as you can see. So now we wait until they become very strong seedlings. This should be enough seedlings to get us started for all of the terraces. We just need to work out the order in which we transplant it and if we do any direct sowing in April and May.
So,
something very exciting that we wanted to do for a little while. We have a water test.
we have different test stripes with loads of different things like sulfate and nitrate. So let's check that then, huh?
Yeah, so then we can see exactly what is inside the water.
So today's sponsor is... no.
Just joking.
Just joking. So according to the instruction, you take that out, put it for 2 seconds. Let me check it again. I need to remove the leftover water. Do not shake off excess water. 1, 2. So now we need to hold it like that.
Flat.
No, horizontal. Oh, that's horizontal. So this stripe is especially for sulfate, and this one is especially for nitrate. I don't know yet if I should regret that I drank water or not. Diarrhea wasn't there, but it's also to do with my stomach of a pig, people say. So, and now at last we make the bacteria test. But the bacteria test needs to have 48 hours until we see the results.
It doesn't really look that great. So now we need to put it at room temperature for 48 hours.
There is no mercury, chlorine 0. We're gonna be planting some shrubs. So we have 2 times currant, red and black ones, and them 2 up here are aronia. Currently feel good now.
Then it was time to begin some tree pruning.
Here we have an apple tree, and here we can cut around 30% of the crown off. I try to cut the most upper branch that the tree comes down. Because what happened last year, we had these teeny tiny apples here. Like they were literally like that. I've cut a little bit more than I initially thought, but we found out that the tree has cancer.
So we looked it up and we think that this is called Canker. If anybody knows a very good way to treat it, please let us know. We read that you need to cut into it and then treat the wound with copper to close it.
Now we cut the fig tree. So figs are like olives, they really love to have hard cutbacks. Like you can cut 50 to 70% of the crown. That was the whole crown.
Yeah. Oh, Edward figure hands, because it's a fig tree. So perhaps you remember when we made this terrace here for the bees so they can lay. So perhaps you remember that, right? No. It has very sandy soil inside. We didn't regenerate the soil in this part, so the bees can lay their nests into the sand. So what I have here is a wildflower mix that's designed for poor quality soil to give some options of pollinators in that area. But I'm not going to put too many down, so there's still space for the bees to put the nests inside. So I'm going to do that now. You are so naughty.
Show me what tools you have.
You can call me the last samurai. Is that a samurai? We got this paste from a garden shop here. Robbie just sharpened this tool, which was from the man who owned the house before. So we're going to cut into the tree to remove the canker, and then you treat it with this paste. But as I said before, if you also know something good that would help, you can let us know in the comments. The doctors are here, sir. How is our patient?
Oh, this goes really good. Allowed in.
So we've put all of the sealant onto the wounds, and now we just need to let it dry, and then hopefully it helps. So the results are in from the water test. It's been 48 hours, we've done the bacteria test. So the instant test was not that bad, actually.
We were a little bit over the paint smell. Maximum.
I've only got my recommendation and requirement, but it's neither.
Okay, she doesn't know the word. We are on 2 metrics over the recommendation, which is fluoride and the hardness. So we read that the hardness on this test is not really accurate, and the water really tastes not that hard. And the fluoride is naturally occurring in flished stone. So this is the reason why.
The bacteria test is not good. Dun, dun, dun. So this means that we have a positive test, and it's highly likely that coliform bacteria is present in the water. So he's going to go to the hospital and stay there for a few days?
No, my stomach acid killed all of them. So we read it up, and the only reason which can be, because the UV light kills 99.9% of the bacteria, is that we have a film of bacteria layer inside the pipes of the house after the filter. But there is a solution, which is flood all of the pipes with chlorine. Let it sit for some hours and then flush all of the pipes. Good.
So we will go more into that in upcoming episodes, and we have one more bacteria test to do after we do that process, and then we'll update you on whether the water is without bacteria. So thanks very much for watching.
Thank
and we'll
you.
see you next week.
Bye.
I got bitten again by the fly.